kind light of justice-bearing day. Now at last I can say that the honoring gods look down from above on the pain of men. Such delight to see this man lying here, wrapped in the Fury's woven webs, paying the price for the schemes of his father. Atreus ruled over this land, this one's father. And my father was Thyestes' brother. And when he questioned his right to power, Atreus drove him from city and from home. And when wretched, Thyestes returned to his hearth as a suppliant, he thought he had found safety. He wasn't killed. His blood did not touch the ground of his fatherland. But the ungodly father of this man, Atreus, a zealous rather than a loving host to my father, led him to believe he was having a goodwill feast day, and then served him up a feast of his own children's flesh. Feet, and the fingers of the hands, chopped them up and put them in a stew. And my father, in ignorance, took it and ate. Feast that's tainted our family, as you've seen. And when at last he realized his ill-fated deed, he called out loud and fell backwards, vomiting up the butchered flesh, and prayed for an unbearable fate for the sons of Pelops, kicking back the table and calling out his curse, so that all the race of Placidas should be destroyed. This is why this man is fallen that you see here, and I was a just accomplice in his murder, since Atreus drove me out of my father. I was his third son, then just a baby in swaddling clothes. When I grew up, justice led me back here again, attacking him while he was still away, framing my ill counsel and plotting my schemes. Now that I've seen this man in that of justice, I would happily die.
Aegisthus, I won't honor you, acting outrageously in bad times. You say that you willingly killed this man and that you alone hatched this piteous murder. But I'll tell you, and you listen. With justice, your head will not escape the people's throwing stones and curses.
Are you really saying these things? You who sit in the lower benches of the ship while the master's at the helm? Old as you are, it's hard to be taught at your age, when self-control is prescribed. But chains and the stabs of starvation are excellent doctors when it comes to instructing the old. Don't you understand, or are you blind? Don't struggle against the horse goad. You might hit it and get hurt.
Woman, waiting behind at home for the men to return, defiling the master's bed. You planned this fate for the general?
Your words will be a cause for tears. Your tongue is nothing like Orpheus. Or he led everything away by the charm of his voice. You, now that you've provoked me with your foolish yapping, shall yourself be led away. Once you've been mastered, you'll show how tame you can be.
So you're going to be a tyrant over the Argives, are you? You who, after you planned his death, didn't even do the deed yourself?
Clearly it was his wife's rule to trick him. I was suspected as an enemy long ago, but I'll use his money to rule the citizens. Disobedient men get a heavy yoke. No barley for those horses. Ill-loved hunger, a housemate to darkness, will see them soften.
Why then, since your soul is so vile, did you kill him by yourself?
You killed him with this woman, a stain on this land and the gods of this country.
If Orestes still sees the light of day, he'll come back with fortune's favor.
Oh.
And become the righteous slayer of these two.
All right. Since that's how you want it to be, you'll learn your lesson soon. Attention! Loyal guards, your work's at hand!
That's it! Get your swords ready!
My sword's ready too, I'm not afraid to die!
When you say death do evil, we'll take that as an omen. We'll take what comes.
No! My love, let's not do any more damage. There's enough to reap as it is, a dismal harvest. There's enough suffering. Let's not be bloodthirsty. Old men, give up and go home before you come to harm. We did what we had to do. And if these hardships could be enough, then we would accept it, struck down as we have been by the gods' heavy hand. That's my woman's speech if anyone wants to learn from it.
They're trying their own fates. When their tongues blossom with insolence and they throw words like these against me, they miss the mark of good judgment when they go about insulting the one who rules.
It's not the Argive way to flatter cowardly men!
Oh, really? Get yours yet.
Not if Agamemnon brings Orestes back.
I know that exiles feed on hope.
Go on, fatten up, stay in justice while you can!
You'll pay the price for this foolishness.
Be brave and keep bragging, like a cock next to his hen.
Don't worry about their empty barking. There's no bite to it. You and I will put things to right. Rule the house well.